What's up, everyone? We're going to be making some pan roasted Brussels with butternut squash. A very simple recipe. The most difficult part is peeling your butternut squash. As you can see, I'm just running the knife down, cutting both ends to have the flat ends, essentially, to grab the peel. You just got to work it. There's no easy way around it. A peeler will not work. But as you can see, just follow your gut on that. You're going to take some bigger chunks out. You learn. Cut those pieces in halves, and then just make the slices down vertically and then horizontally. Be able to create that dicing that we want for this recipe. And again, I'm no knife expert, so that should give you some context here. Cutting up the onions. Not too thin on the onions. We want some sustenance on the onions. We have our Brussels sprouts here. And what I'm doing with the Brussels sprouts is just cutting the ends and cutting into halves. Get your skillet ready. Put it on about a medium heat. Put about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Toss in the Brussels sprouts and onions first. Stir those around about 2 to 3 minutes. And it's okay to add a little olive oil if you feel like everything is becoming a little too dry. So first you're gonna add your sage. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of sage, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Probably the flavorful flavors in this dish. Always gotta have your ground pepper, folks. Add your salt, make the veggies sweat. Add it on in there, and you can go ahead and stir it up after. You want a good brown on the Brussels and onions before you put in the squash. That is one thing I will recommend. Go ahead and toss your squash and the Brussels sprouts and the onions around. Again, go ahead and add any olive oil if you need to. I did specifically. And then I also added in about a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. And look at me, I'm creating it. Like, I just got the urge to toss some crushed walnuts in this, folks. It made it so good. Tender sustenance. Then I topped it off with a nice salad. We can go over salads later, but look at this dish. You guys will not regret it. Eating it alone or putting a salad or a nice side dish. There you go.